Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here to give you that shortcut to getting properly informed about just how fast things are moving, especially in AI.
Absolutely. The pace is just, well, incredible.
And today, yeah, we're diving deep into the world of AI. We're going to unpack, what, 15 significant updates,
Yeah.
all from August 2025. We'll look at what they mean, what might be next.
Exactly. It's a lot to track.
It is. Our mission really is to give you those unexpected facts, those aha moments, make sense of it all.
And hopefully connect some dots for you. Show not just what's new, but maybe why it actually matters for, well, for all of us.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're kicking things off with some pretty hot news. First up, Meta. They're pushing for something called personal superintelligence.
Mm-hmm. Zuckerberg announced a new AI lab.
Yeah, and the focus isn't just like automating your to-do list. It's about amplifying your goals. He even hinted at devices like glasses being the future.
Right, the wearable angle, which feels like a real pivot for them, doesn't it?
It really does, from their usual, more open strategy.
Definitely a shift.
Mm-hmm.
And it ties into this broader trend of agentic AI we're seeing. AI that doesn't just wait for instructions, but takes initiative. A real personalized companion is the idea.
A companion, not just a tool. Got it. Okay, next up, Google. Big product drop from them.
Always busy over there.
Seems like it. They unveiled AlphaEarth foundations, that's for near real-time Earth mapping, then video overviews, turning files into narrated videos.
Oh, interesting. Like automated presentations.
Sort of, yeah. And also SensorLM AI. This one translates sensor health data raw numbers into natural language.
Okay, that's fascinating. So making sense of complex data automatically.
Exactly. It really feels like a triple thread of innovation. Very practical stuff, but also quite futuristic,
That blend is key, I think. SensorLM, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Bridging that gap between just raw data and something humans can intuitively grasp. That's huge for healthcare, environment, lots of areas.
Good point. Okay, moving over to Europe. OpenAI is expanding.
Stargate, Norway, their first European data center.
And the specs are pretty wild. 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs to start, 230 megawatts of power, but it can go up to 520.
That's serious compute power.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about the numbers, though. It's infrastructure.
Right. Closer to European users, businesses,
Mm-hmm.
lower latency, maybe more local innovation.
Precisely. It's foundational. And they also added a study mode to ChatGPT.
Yeah, for guided learning. So boosts for infrastructure and user features. Seems significant.
It is very significant.
Then there's Microsoft upgrading the Edge browser.
Yes, Copilot Mode.
Another example of this agentic AI trend, right? It looks at your tabs, suggests actions. It can even turn Copilot's answers into custom podcasts.
Which is pretty meta. But yeah, it shows AI becoming much more active in our workflow, not just responding, but anticipating, suggesting.
Moving from passive tool to active assistant.
Exactly. And that podcast feature points to more multimodal capabilities, too. Text, audio, all blending together.
Okay, let's talk China. ZAI models released GLM 4.5 and 4.5 Air.
Open source agentic models. The 4.5 has, 355 billion parameters?
Yeah, and the Air version is 106 billion. And the word is that bigger one, GLM 4.5, actually edges out most other open models, even rivals some big closed ones like O3 or Grok 4.
That's a bold claim. What's the key feature?
They're boasting a 90% tool use success rate.
Wow, okay. That's impressive. It means the AI is really good at using other software, APIs, tools to get things done. That massively expands what it can do practically.
Big step for open source agentic AI then.
Definitely. Democratizing that kind of advanced capability.
Right. Let's switch gears a bit. Robotics. Skilled AI's general brain.
The unified control model.
Yeah, trained on simulations, internet videos, and real robot data. The goal is scalable sim-to-real transfer. How big a deal is that, getting robots from the sim to the messy real world?
Potentially a game changer. Sim to real is kind of the holy grail. Learn cheaply and safely in simulation, then apply it effectively in reality.
Makes sense.
And Skild's approach, using all that diverse data, that's key to making robots adaptable outside controlled factory floors. It's about generalization.
Okay, sticking with robots. LimX Dynamics in China. They've got the Humanoid.
The affordable one, right?
Affordable is relative, but yeah, $22,000. Stands 5'5", weighs 55 kilos, 31 degrees of freedom. Python SDK.
$22,000. For a humanoid with that spec, that is disruptive.
Still feels like sci-fi for my living room, but...
Oh, sure. But it brings it out of just pure research labs. That price point plus the SDK means way more people can start experimenting, building real-world applications. Affordable robotics just got, well, a lot more real.
And speaking of the living room, Sincere AI's Lume Lamp.
The laundry folding lamp.
Yep. Blends in, fold your clothes, pre-orders are open, shipping summer 2026, apparently.
It sounds a bit niche, maybe, but the concept is important.
How so?
It's about seamless integration. Robotics not as clunky machines, but as discrete parts of the home environment. Ambient AI, ambient robotics. It's a subtle but significant shift.
From utilitarian to integrated convenience? Okay. Then there's Daxo Robotics teasing a new hand.
The one with superhuman dexterity.
That's the one. Supposedly can hold a pen backward. Details are thin.
But the hype is definitely there. Look, fine motor skills, that level of precise manipulation, that unlocks so many tasks for robots. Manufacturing, maybe even surgery assistance down the line.
If they deliver, yeah. Huge potential.
It points to big steps in soft robotics, advanced sensors, things that let robots mimic or even exceed human touch and dexterity.
Okay, one more on robotics. X-Humanoid's occupancy perception.
Using multimodal fusion.
Exactly. What does that mean, multimodal fusion, for how a robot sees its world?
It means combining data from different senses, like cameras for vision, LiDAR for depth, maybe microphones for sound, fuse it all together.
So it gets a richer picture.
A much richer, more complete understanding, just like we use multiple senses. It's crucial for navigating complex spaces safely, planning tasks effectively, understanding context, not just pixels.
Makes sense. Okay, let's move into the creative sphere. Amazon's showrunner.
Developed by Fable, yeah. This one sounds fun.
Right. Create playable animated shows from text prompts. In established worlds, you can even add yourself as a character. They're calling it the Netflix of AI.
That's a big leap. Not just generating images or clips, but interactive narratives, lowering the barrier for animation, for storytelling. Massive.
Democratizing content creation, for sure. And sticking with creation, Ideogram has a new character feature.
For consistent characters. That's been a real headache in AI image gen.
Totally. This feature generates consistent images from just one reference, and it's free for all their users.
That's huge for anyone doing comics, storyboards, animation. Maintaining visual continuity is vital. It's a big quality of life fix.
Absolutely. Now, for the enterprise folks, Cohere launched Command Vision.
A big vision language model, 112 billion parameters.
And they say it outperforms Llama 4, Mistral, even GPT 4.1, plus enterprise-grade security.
That combination is potent. High performance on visual understanding, plus the security wrapper businesses need. Very attractive for analyzing images, video at scale, securely.
Okay, almost there. Alibaba's Wan 2.2 models.
Open source, text to video, image to video.
And they feature that mixture of experts architecture we talked about, plus cinematic controls, complex motion. Video AI is getting really sophisticated.
That MoE architecture is clever. It lets these huge models run more efficiently. Instead of firing up the whole thing, it just uses the relevant expert parts for the task.
Leading to better, more complex video.
Exactly. More cinematic control, more intricate movement. It's pushing the state-of-the-art in AI video.
And finally, Tencent's 3D Worlds. Hunyuan 3D World Model 1.0
creates interactive 3D worlds from a sentence or an image.
Yeah. Immersive, explorable, perfect for gaming, VR. How does that even work, turning a sentence into a 3D world?
It's usually a mix of advanced generative models like GANs, generative adversarial networks, and sophisticated spatial mapping. The AI basically hallucinates the 3D geometry and textures based on the prompt.
Hallucinates a world into existence.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And arranges it coherently so you can actually explore it. It could totally change how virtual worlds get made. Faster, more accessible.
Wow. Okay, that was a lot. 15 major updates. Incredible pace.
It really is.
But just knowing what happened isn't always enough, right? For those of us wanting to understand a bit more, maybe you could unpack the how behind a couple of these. What's the tech actually doing under the hood?
Absolutely. Let's dig into a few. What's fascinating here is how these different pieces of tech work. Take Meta's Superintelligence goal. It's likely running on advanced reinforcement learning, sure, but crucially, combined with personalized data sets.
So it learns specifically from you.
Exactly. Learning from your interactions, adapting constantly, and being integrated into edge devices like those glasses they mentioned means real-time, context-aware interactions, not just cloud processing.
Okay. What about Google's SensorLM, turning sensor data into words?
Yeah, that uses transformer models, similar tech to what powers ChatGPT, but trained specifically to translate streams of numbers from sensors into, well, human language. It's like a universal translator between machine senses and our understanding.
Bridging hardware and humans. Neat. And Skilled brain for robots.
That one's all about combining the best of both worlds. You train the core behaviors intensely in simulation, where it's fast and cheap to fail and learn using neural networks. Then you fine-tune it on real-world robot data.
That's the transfer learning part.
Precisely. Leverage the massive learning from simulation, then adapt it efficiently to the real world's complexities. That's how you get robots that can potentially handle any task, not just one specific programmed routine.
And Alibaba's video model, Wan 2.2, you mentioned mixture of experts, MoE. How's that a breakthrough?
It's about efficiency at scale. Instead of one enormous monolithic model where every part is engaged for every calculation, MoE uses lots of smaller, specialized expert networks.
Like a committee.
Kind of. The system routes the task only to the relevant experts. So you get the power of a huge model, but potentially using way less computation for any given task. It's a very clever way to build these massive generative models for things like complex video.
Smart resource use.
Okay.
And Tencent's 3D world generation.
That leans heavily on GANs, generative adversarial networks plus spatial mapping. GANs have two networks, a generator creating fake data and a discriminator trying to spot the fakes. They compete and get better together, leading to really realistic outputs.
So it learns to make convincing 3D stuff.
Exactly. And the spatial mapping ensures it all fits together into a coherent, explorable 3D space, not just a flat image. They're really pushing AI's boundaries, interpreting signals, adapting across domains, generating entire worlds. So for you, which of these technical leaps feels like the biggest needle mover right now?
That's tough. They're all pretty mind-bending, but I keep coming back to that multimodal fusion, like an X-Humanoid. Giving robots multiple senses to truly understand their environment, that feels foundational.
Yeah, moving beyond just vision.
Right. It seems like the key to robots that can actually navigate and interact effectively in our messy, unpredictable world. But okay, stepping back from the tech, what does this all mean? So, what are the real-world implications here? These aren't just lab experiments anymore.
Not at all. They're actively reshaping things.
For developers, for instance. Tools like Copilot Mode in Edge or Ideogram's character feature. Huge productivity boosters. Makes workflows much smoother.
Definitely. But there's a flip side, right? Dependency risks.
Exactly. You start relying heavily on these AI tools, these external components. You open yourself up to things like slup squatting threats, where someone uploads a malicious package with a similar name to something you depend on. Vigilance is key.
Good point. Security can't be an afterthought.
Then for consumers, things like the Lume Lamp folding laundry or that Oli humanoid potentially becoming more accessible, AI is literally coming into our homes.
And showrunner democratizing animation. Suddenly you can create your own shows without needing a whole studio setup. That's empowering.
It really is. And for businesses, enterprises.
Well, Cohere's secure vision model, OpenAI building massive data centers in Europe, that builds confidence. It offers new capabilities analyzing visual data securely, better local performance that will likely accelerate AI adoption in business.
More power, more security, more trust. Okay. And then the big picture, society, Meta's personal superintelligence. The potential impact is huge, isn't it?
Immense. Think personalized education, tailored healthcare. Amazing possibilities.
But the privacy implications of wearable AI constantly learning about you, that's a massive conversation we need to have. Critically important.
Absolutely critical. This 2025 snapshot really highlights AI's dual edge, doesn't it? Incredible empowerment, but also new kinds of exposure and risk. How do we actually balance these powerful forces? That's the question for all of us.
So if these tools are so powerful, how do we use them safely? What are the mitigation strategies?
Great question. We need concrete steps. First, and maybe most importantly, verify AI outputs. Don't just blindly trust what an agentic model like Copilot suggests.
Cross-check it. Use critical thinking.
Always. Second, secure the devices, especially new hardware like Meta's glasses concept. Strong encryption, maybe regular security audits. Protect that personal data stream.
Makes sense. What else?
Third, test things in sandboxes. If you're using AI to generate content, like with Showrunner, maybe run it in an isolated environment first. Check for safety issues, unintended outputs, before you release it widely.
Containment first. Good idea.
And finally, maybe the broadest point, educate users. Everyone needs to understand the potential risks, over-reliance, manipulation, bias, promote critical thinking about how we interact with these systems.
It comes back to responsibility, doesn't it? The more powerful the tool,
The more responsibility required from the user.
exactly.
A proactive mindset is essential.
Okay, so if we connect all these dots, these individual updates, what are the bigger trends we're seeing emerge?
Well, agentic AI is clearly a dominant theme. Z.AI's models, Microsoft's Copilot, AI moving from just executing commands to taking initiative, acting as autonomous partners.
Trend 1, Agentic AI. What else?
Multimodal systems are maturing rapidly. Cohere's vision model, X-Humanoid combining sensors, AI understanding the world through multiple data types, text, image, sound, sensor data, much more holistically.
Trend 2, multimodal. And the third?
Creative generation is exploding. Alibaba's video models, Tencent's 3D worlds, Showrunner. AI isn't just analyzing, it's creating increasingly complex and compelling content and making those tools accessible.
Agentic, multimodal, creative. Got it. But you mentioned security earlier. These trends don't eliminate old risks, do they?
Not at all. Things like prompt injection, tricking the AI with malicious inputs, or data poisoning corrupting its training data are still major concerns. Maybe even more so with more complex interconnected systems. Security needs to be holistic, thinking about the whole life cycle.
Right. It's not just about the flashy new features.
Exactly. If we connect all this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
how is this all weaving together?
Good question. Where is this heading?
Well, think about interaction. Meta's glasses concept. That could fundamentally change how you interact with tech, moving beyond screens to this always-on, context-aware AI layer.
A different relationship with information and computing.
Definitely. Then robotics. Oli, Skild brain. These hint at a potential robotic renaissance. Robots becoming much more capable, affordable, and common in places like logistics, maybe even elder care.
More robots in more places doing more things.
And creativity. Showrunner, Honeyone 3D. We might be on the verge of this massive explosion in user-generated content, but richer, more interactive content than ever before. Anyone could become a world builder or animator.
So interaction, robotics, creativity.
Right.
All transforming. But as you said, the risks scale too.
They do. Privacy, ethics, security, these are going away. They're becoming even more critical battlegrounds as AI becomes more powerful and integrated. Staying ahead means, well, embracing the innovation, but doing it with open eyes, with vigilance.
Okay, what a deep dive that was. From personal superintelligence and agentic browsers to laundry folding lamps, superhuman robot hands, and AI-generated worlds.
Covers a lot of ground.
It really does. We hope this rapid tour gave you, our listener, that useful shortcut to understanding these really nuanced, fast-moving developments, because understanding this stuff feels pretty key to navigating what's coming.
Absolutely. And maybe, as a final thought to leave you with, reflecting on all these breakthroughs we've discussed,
Yeah.
what new opportunities or maybe even what new challenges do you see these unlocking for your work or maybe just your daily life, things we haven't even fully grasped yet?
Something to chew on. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the truly fascinating and incredibly fast-evolving world of AI. We'll catch you next time.